There was a brief flurry of excitement on the right this afternoon when CBS News was first to report that the U.S. Justice Department had started investigating the discovery of classified documents found at a think tank called the Penn Biden Center. This is effectively where President Biden had his office in Washington after serving as vice president in the Obama administration. He vacated offices there effectively when he declared his run for president in 2020. But the Penn Biden Center is sort of the Biden home in D.C. in terms of his work life out of office. Well, on November 2nd, lawyers for President Biden, lawyers who work for him in his personal capacity, were reportedly packing up some of the office space that the vice president used at the Penn Biden Center. In so doing, they found classified documents there, classified documents that they say were in a locked closet inside those offices, mixed in with some non-classified documents. This is, of course, a weird set of circumstances, but that's what they say happened. The White House has since confirmed the basics of this account, as have other news organizations after CBS News was first to break the story. The reason this created a lot of excitement on the right, briefly tonight, is that it immediately created a perceived whataboutism defense for President Trump. President Trump is under federal criminal investigation for apparently deliberately hoarding hundreds of classified documents at his home in Florida, including refusing to hand them over after National Archives told them he had to, even after they subpoenaed him to get those documents. So there was this sort of brief excitement on the right tonight that they thought they had a new defense, right? Oh, it's supposedly so bad what Trump did at Mar-a-Lago with all the nuclear documents and stuff. But look, Joe Biden's just as bad. Why aren't they serving search warrants on President Biden the way they did on former President Trump? As I said tonight, a brief flurry of excitement on the right about this prospect when this news broke about the Penn Biden Center. The reason it was only a brief flurry of excitement is because in President Biden's case, he and his lawyers appear to have actually done the right thing when it comes to these classified documents. Biden's lawyers say they discovered these documents among his vice presidential papers at his office at the Penn Biden Center on November 2nd. The White House counsel's office then notified the National Archives that same day about what had been found. The National Archives apparently did not even know these documents were missing and had not been seeking their return. The Archives took custody of that material the following morning, and that appears to be it. Attorney General Merrick Garland has asked one of the last remaining Trump-appointed U.S. attorneys to review the discovery of these documents at the Penn Biden Center. But it does not sound like it's an adversarial process at all. The White House says it is cooperating fully with the National Archives and with the Department of Justice on the review. And again, this was not, as it was in Trump's case, the archives desperately seeking the return of materials that Trump was blowing off. And Trump was blowing off those requests and then ultimately blowing off the subpoena to return all those documents. These appear to have been documents that were inadvertently held at the Penn Biden Center, discovered by Biden's attorneys. They notified the White House, which notified immediately the National Archives that these documents were in the wrong place. The archives moved immediately to retrieve them. That appears to be the sum total of it, at least as far as we know. But again, the White House says they are cooperating fully with the archives and with the Justice Department on reviewing the situation. Again, we will bring you more on this if we learn more about it tonight. But the brief euphoria on the right that this would somehow exonerate Trump by whataboutism. It's already turning into a bit of a hangover because of the stark contrast between the actions of the current president and the former guy when it comes to classified material.